Konnichiwa. Ohayou gozaimasu. Sorry, it's not Ohio, right? Konnichiwa. How can you get this? Um, Watashi wa Junedo desu. Well, hey, I hope you guys are doing really well, and I'm kind of quite new in this one particular niche. Well, we are mostly going to talk about how we can actually learn different languages. Well, basically, intention is just to grow. Since we all want to earn more money, right, in life, so, it is not only me, but it is you too. So that's the reason right now you're actually seeing this one video. So now here are the few tips that I can definitely share from mine. How I have actually learned Japanese. Well, I'm definitely not fluent in it, but at a very initial stage, like what are the things we should learn and the most efficient way so that you can learn it within like a few weeks. So that's what I can definitely help you with that. But first of all, in Japanese language, well, you will get three writing style. One is hiragana, that's mostly used to write the local words of to write the local words of Japanese. Katakana is mostly used to write the foreign words. Let me give you an example. Like let's say to be like coat, raincoat, right? So that's what we say in English. So the same word is actually used in Japanese as like koto. So since there's a similarity in that case, we have we have to use like katakana. And kanji is very interesting. Why? Kanji is nothing but symbol. Symbol why it is important and why you have to know about that is that let's say like you have to write your entire name, right? So whatever name is, so you have to write the entire spelling. But in kanji, the interesting part is that it's just one particular symbol. So one particular represents one stuff. So that's why kanji is very efficient. And you know what? If you're a lazy person, but still you want to grow in life, in that case, you're going to love kanji. At the initial stage, you might feel like kanji is like a bit hectic. But here's the one trick that I can definitely suggest you from my end. Try to start talking in Japanese, use Duolingo if you can. And also try to start learning hiragana and katakana. And master this two term, okay, hiragana, katakana, along with the speaking, like the basic thing, like at morning what you'll say, like Ohayou gozaimasu. It is a formal term. For like friendly term, you can definitely say like Ohio. And for hi, good afternoon, you can say konnichiwa gozaimasu. It's a formal way. And for like polite or just friendly manner, you can say konnichiwa. So that's something good afternoon or like hello. And for like good night, you can definitely say oyasumi nasai. So for knowing this word, you have to just practice it a bit, right? But along with practicing it, you have to know how to write it down. So that's where hiragana and katakana is actually going to help you out. So learning this too is like quite easy. Only after learning this, you can actually master kanji. Well, that's what I believe. It is the most efficient way. Why? Once you know how to write it in katakana, once you know how to write it in hiragana and katakana, as well as you can talk. So that's where kanji actually helps you out. Why? Because you have to learn the entire statement. The entire sentence with like multiple words. But here kanji helps you out by asking you by just where you have to just write one particular symbol. So that's the most amazing thing I have loved about kanji. I know it's like very rare to find someone who says like kanji is great, but it is definitely great for like lazy people. Well, now you have to learn around I think 3,000 kanji as far as I know. But now how are you actually going to start learning Japanese? Well, I'll say start with the basic word that I have used just now. That we used to normally talk about, like hey, how are you? So basically starts like how I have mentioned, like hello means konnichiwa. Yeah, konnichiwa gozaimasu. Or if you ask someone like how are you, to say ogenki desu ka, then they're going to respond back like I'm good, like what, genki desu? So that's how you have to start learning, and it will definitely not be like that difficult. Right? At this point of time, we all have AI, right? Google Gemini, ChatGPT is it's always there. And if you have like some human friend, in that case, that's something very luxurious. I do have my students. I used to mostly teach them Japanese. Along with them, I used to teach them Japanese, and I used to learn. And I used to practice my Japanese with my students itself. I know it's kind of quite weird. You know what? If you haven't mastered something, then how come we can actually teach it to someone else? It is actually just practicing. I had some practice friend, and I just made my students to be my friends, with whom I can actually practice, and that's really very efficient. And apart from that, if you want to learn any XYZ language, I think this is the best method. You can definitely talk with people by just replacing the basic sentence that's used in a mother tongue with Japanese or like any other like Mandarin, Korean, Spanish, Portuguese. So any language, the base is same, since it's we Homo sapiens who actually wrote this language. So that's what I have from mine. Well, learning Japanese or like any other XYZ new language is definitely going to help you out to boost your career. well, you should once try it out. It is very efficient, and I know like we used to always doom scroll, right? So instead of doing that, you should learn these kind of languages, and as well as some other skills too. Well, that's what from mine for now. We'll definitely meet soon with some new and interesting topic. But till then, learn more to grow more. That's what I'll say. Thank you for seeing this one video. If you have any other query, if you want any, and if you have any topic in which you want me to make a video in that case, you can definitely comment me down. I'll look into this and I'll try to make a good video so that you don't have to search it, and I can do the research stuff so that you can just see the video and can learn from it. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.